Hey, Heidi here, and we are here for day 3, the first part of Autumn Blue. We're going to paint that together, and I'm also going to be sharing with you some really cool stuff on how to talk to a crowd of any size. So I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, we are in day 3 of Autumn Blue. I hope you are having fun. I'm actually going to be talking a little bit about just kind of recapping a couple of things while we're painting. So as you come on here, let me find you over on this side so I can make sure I can see your comments. And oh my goodness, I just saw Tammy Hudson says finally done, and hers is so cute. It says off to the fall ball. It's adorable. I love it so much. Okay, so let me find where I'm live so I can make sure I can see all of your comments, okay? It takes just a second for it to refresh. And while we're doing that, I just want to say first off, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I know that some of you are nervous. Some of you actually took the challenge and you started booking the parties like we were talking about. I am so excited about that. I wanted to read 2 of those really quick. I printed them off. I was trying to write them and I was like, I'm never going to have this memorized or be able to write it that fast. But yesterday I double dared you. So let me know in the comments if you took the double dare. Let me know if you were like, yep, took the double dare, and I sent the messages. Because here's what happened to 2 people. And I'm so excited for them. Okay, so here's the first one. Tanya said, hola, I sent out one message about paint nights and I received a response back. She sent out one message. I told you this magic script works like magic. She said, in the video, our beautiful muse said to stop sending out invites after we got one response back, right? Question mark? Yes. Once you get one response back, stop sending them out. That is wonderful. The second person, which I thought was so cool, this one was Lisa. She says, OMG, please help. So I can call him back because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to say next. Take a deep breath, Lisa, like she's talking herself down, right? Okay, so I just sent out a message in Messenger, and before I could attach the photo of my witch, they said yes for me to call them with their number. What do I do now? With a lot of question marks. I feel like a kid that I caught opening a Christmas present before Christmas, LOL. The first one and a yes, so I stop. Y'all, this script works like magic. So I want you to let me know. I'm going to look and see if I can find you so I can see your comments in here. Hopefully I can find you on my laptop somewhere. I know you're in here because I want to see your comments, because I want to see who else took the double dare, and then we're going to start painting. There you are. I knew I'd be able to find you. Oh my gosh. Kathleen says, I joined tonight and I'm so very excited. My internet is sketchy again tonight, but I'm going to persevere. Yes, good. Hello. Okay, so we're going to, yesterday we talked about contacting venues. If you missed that and you're wondering like, how the heck did those people already book those parties? This is how. So check it out. Also, paint party calculator. Oh my gosh, please make sure you do this so you have your goals. Now, we are going to paint the first part of Autumn Blue today, okay? So Autumn Blue, oh, that's awesome. Patty says, I'm on vacation for next week. Should I wait until I'm back home to start sending emails? It's up to you. If you're still going to, and Kenda, congrats to Kenda. She just booked a party. So cool. It's up to you. If you're not going to be checking your phone at all, then maybe you want to wait. But if you're going to be checking your phone, then you can totally just still go ahead and start booking. So what I'm going to do, y'all, while we continue this conversation is, because I want to stick to the hour, because I know this week we are together all day, every day. And so I know a lot of you are using the turquoise blue, the turquoise or desert turquoise, which is what I had on here. But I am actually doing this navy blue. I just wanted to change it up. So I'm going to do a navy blue, but feel free to do any kind of color you want. And then all we're going to do is just start filling this in, and I'm going to dip in a little bit of water to get my blue to go on a little bit more. Okay? So as we start this process, I just want everyone to take a big deep breath. Okay. I'm also going to go ahead and pick somebody for a gift card right off the bat. Okay. And Saran says, I sort of booked a party. LOL. It's a practice party, but it's a start. BFF. That is totally fine. Totally fine. It can be a practice party. It's still a party. You're still moving in the right direction. If you need these directions, they are in the description. Everything's posted in the description. Okay, so let's give away a gift card. Y'all ready to have some fun tonight? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. If you didn't watch earlier today, you are hopefully in for a treat because I'm going to teach you some really, really cool stuff today. Okay, so the next winner is going to be Patty Sue Cartwright. Patty Sue Cartwright. Okay, Patty Sue, you can email support with your full address, support at texasartandsoul.com with your email address. I'm sorry, your address, and we will send you some fun stuff. Okay, let's get to painting. So I'm going to be grabbing this it's like a navy blue and just basically painting all around the background. Now, one of the things that I did not trace is the greenery, okay? So if you notice, none of the greenery is traced. Now, I did that on purpose because tomorrow we're going to just go right on top of that, so don't worry about it at all, okay? So I'm just going around my pumpkins, and I'm just going to paint like this with some water and a little bit of this. Water and a little bit of this navy blue. And this is going to be a really, really fun painting because we get to use a palette knife again, and I'm really excited about all of that. Okay, so I've been reading your post all afternoon, and one of the ones I read was a lady was in a panic because she said she could not paint as fast as me. Now, here's the thing. When I am painting on here for you, I'm painting like triple speed. I'm painting faster because I want you to be able to go back, watch the replay, fast forward, pause me, whatever you need to do. So don't freak out if you're not as fast as I'm painting. You shouldn't be when you're teaching this at a paint party. You're going to be a lot calmer. Now, for those of you that like getting massages, I love massages. It's like I hold all my stress in my shoulders. Does anybody hold all the stress like between their shoulder blades? That is what I do. Oh, Debbie, for Witches Be Crazy. I did not on this one, but you can. Let me show you. You can actually paint the edges the color of the little palettes. So for Witches Be Crazy, for those of y'all that are painting the edges, you can paint it like that. Isn't that cool? So let me know if you're a person who you love a good massage. Well, okay, so there's a couple of places I've been. One is she's great at her job. Oh yeah, a lot of y'all get tension, you get headaches. Yes, okay, so massages really, really help me. And one lady that I love, and I go to her often, she's very, very frantic and fast when she does her massages. It's almost like she's like me painting right now. She's just fast. She's getting it done. She's getting all the pressure points. Like she is fast moving. And sometimes I just want to go, oh my gosh, let's just breathe. And that's how some of you are probably feeling right now. Heidi, slow down. Oh my gosh, we don't need to paint that fast. Remember, in a paint party setting, you're not going to be painting as fast as I'm painting for this. I promise you. And I have another massage person that I've been to, and she is booked all the time. Like literally, like my next massage date for her is in December. That's how far back she books because you just can't get in with her. And by the time you leave her massage place, you just feel like you're a new person. I mean, I don't know what she had, what kind of magical powers that woman has, but she you just zone out. She, makes all your stress and everything go away. And then when you leave, you're just like, oh, okay. So remember, if you're painting so fast, and Camille says, I've been painting so much my arms ache. It's a good workout. It definitely is. So just know, you're not trying to paint as fast as me. Y'all remember that surfboard story? I haven't told you all of it yet. I'm going to share more about my surfboard bankruptcy story tomorrow, but while we're painting. But I remember just, going from painting one painting a year to now having to paint 1,000 surfboards in just a couple of months' time. So I, for my livelihood, had to learn to paint fast. And it was like, okay, here's this opportunity. Do you want it? Yep, go for it. Okay. And so it was more of like that. It was more out of a need to better my life at that point in my life. And so remember, it's, I'm doing this fast because I want to make sure that we can finish in 1 hour and all of that. But when you're at a paint party, you're not going to be like this. You're going to slow it down. You're going to, and those of y'all that end up joining Paint Party Headquarters, you'll see in the tutorials, we have, hundreds of tutorials and lots of different designs. You'll see when I teach you, it's not as fast, right? Like, it's like, okay, here's the next, it's a lot calmer energy, Okay, so we got this on here. Now, what we want to do is get the palette knife out. So I'm going to rinse. Oh, Samantha says, love massages. Oh my gosh, speaking of loving massages, let's go ahead. I'm going to do another gift card. And then I want to hear from all of y'all that took the double dare. I just want to hear. I want to hear who took the double dare. Let me know in the comments if you took the double dare. Oh my gosh. And you sent the messages. Because if you did the double dare, that means you sent messages yesterday and then you sent 5 more today, unless you got a response back. So let's see who took the double dare. And let's go ahead and give Camille Hood a coffee card for all her arms aching, for all her paintings, so she can have some caffeine to keep her going. Camille Hood. Okay, so Kenda did, and she actually booked a party. So proud of you. Liz, 3 parties booked. Liz, oh my gosh. Okay, congrats, but stop booking parties. No more bookings unless you're already a pro. If you're a pro, keep going, Liz. But if you're brand new to this, don't book any more parties, okay? Remember the rule with this? You want to make sure that you are able to feel and get butts in the seat. So congratulations. And Terry says, I took the double dare. Awesome. So cool. And Kenda says, have a party booked, 2 more waiting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so remember y'all, if you're brand new to this, only get 1 booked and then don't book anymore. I know it's hard to resist, but you've got to resist it because the next step is getting butts in the seat. And there's a whole other way to do that versus, getting booking the party. People think's real hard, but that's really the easier part of this. So cheers to booking some paint parties. All right, I'm going to have some coffee because I am drinking some coffee. Okay. All right. So while that dries a second, I'm going to reread you this. I read it to you yesterday, but I want you to hear me when I say this. Okay. So get your listening ears on. You ready to hear? Put a yes in the comments if you are ready to hear, because I need you to hear this. It's so important. I read it yesterday in case you were on here yesterday. Stress is self-created. So take a deep breath. This is Brendan Burchard said, and then one day I decided that hurry and stress were no longer going to be a part of my life. Stress is self-created. I decided to stop manufacturing it. We can choose an internal calm and joy even amid the chaos. Okay, so who is going to choose a calm and joy even amid the chaos of 4th quarter paint party craziness, right? Definitely, we have to. So excited for y'all. Okay, so what we're going to do now is use the palette knife, or you can use a brush if you want. And all I'm going to do is just grab some of the black paint. So I'm just going to grab a little like this, take some of it off, and then I'm just going to start scratching on here. Oh, I forgot to do something, y'all. I forgot to add a little bit of white to my blue. My bad. Sorry, y'all. So I want to make this a little bit lighter. So I'm just going to grab a little bit of white. And this, just by doing this, just dipping in a little bit of white and a little bit of my blue, this is already kind of roughing it up. Already kind of making it look like it's a palette, right? Sherry said, that sounded wonderful to me. I could really use some calm in my life. Yes. Oh my gosh. Isn't it crazy how we can choose? Like sometimes I wake up and I immediately go to my cell phone and I start trying to put out fires and I'm like, wait a minute. No. Let's start our day with a cup of coffee, maybe on the back porch where we can, you know, write. I love writing letters to God because I think when I pray, don't be judging, but when I pray, sometimes I get distracted. Imagine that. And so I will forget, or I'll start a prayer and I'll never finish it because all of a sudden I'm like, oh, well, what about this? Or, oh, I need to do that. Or, oh my gosh, I need more root beer. Like I just totally forget stuff. So please don't judge. But it has been a really good practice because then I'm able to, like, I call it co-creating with God, like writing out, like, you know, things that I'm grateful for, things that I love. So let me know in the comments if you like write in your journals. If you're a journal writer like me, I think I have to have over 50 journals. Probably, y'all, it's got to be way more than that. I'm thinking I bought 3 last week and then 2 were given to me by Julie 2 weeks before that. I mean, I probably have over 100 journals because I just fill them up. And my daughter's the same way too. Like the journal picks you, you don't pick the journal. It's like a good pair of cowboy boots. The boots pick you, you don't pick them. So it's the same type thing with the journal. Let's see, Jennifer said, I took a squirrel all the time. I look a squirrel all the time with God. I think she's saying she's like I am. I think that's what she's saying too. Lisa says, I start my morning with Jesus and coffee. Yes, I love journaling. Yeah, I think one of the things we need to get in the habit of is, and I'm going to start scraping this black. So fun. I think we need to get in the habit of whatever your morning routine is, don't let it be like immediately on social comparing yourself to other people. You know, that's the thing that I think that we have to be cautious of is just immediately turning over. And it's so easy because we all have our phones as our alarm clocks. We all have it right there because we're using it as alarms. I mean, I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night. One time I ordered the wrong size canvas. I ordered 200 canvas for Paint Party Business Live. No, I ordered the wrong color and the wrong size. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, oh crap. And I actually had to go in and reorder 200 and something other canvases because they had a sale. And y'all know I love a sale. So I didn't want to miss out on that sale. So what time of day do you journal? What a great question, Jennifer. What time of day do I journal? So I love in the morning. So one of my things is I'm trying to get better at, and again, I am not the best, but I seriously am a person who believes like His mercies are new every day, and we get to try again every day, and we get to try to be better every day. So I'm not saying there's not times when the first thing I do is look at my phone. I'm not saying that. I'm going to be real honest with you. But my goal is to always like get up, try not to look at my phone, and then try to go get my coffee made, go on my back porch, which is my favorite place in the world, and sit on my back porch. Right now it's starting to rain, and I was out there right before this. I was like, oh my gosh, because we, in Texas right now, rain has been hard to come by. So I was just out there watching the lightning and just like, something about that just makes me so happy. I love sitting outside when it's raining. And so one of the things I like to do is in the morning, especially before Pixie goes to school, we try to do like a little Jesus calling. And then I have like a note thing that I use, and then I just like write letters to God. It's more like prayers. It's more like some of the crazy dreams I have that Bobby doesn't even know about, like some of that stuff that I just share between me and God. So I like to write in the morning, but honestly, Jennifer and Janet, welcome. I'm so happy you joined PPHQ. I'm going to use some white now, and I'm going to start adding some white scratches to this. But honestly, sometimes if like I'm having kind of a crazy day and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know, and it feels like everything is going wrong. Like, y'all let me know in the comments if you've ever had those days. Sometimes I will literally just go, I got to give this to God. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I feel like I need a reset. And then I'll just grab my journal and I'll just write something really quick. I think that's why I have so many journals, because some are downstairs, some are upstairs, some are by my bed. I just have them all over. And so if I'm having kind of like just a crazy day, I don't always remember, because we're human and sometimes we get stuck in our head. But sometimes I'll like literally go, okay, I got to reset. I got to just reset right now. And I got to give this to God. And so sometimes I'll just grab my journal and I'll write to God, like, here's what I'm grateful for. Help me with my patience, help me with whatever it is. And then I just take a breath, and usually I'll go for a walk. And a lot of times when I go for a walk, I'll leave my phone at the house, because there's a spot in my neighborhood that I know if I walk to the question mark mailbox, it's half a mile there and half a mile back. So it's 1 mile. And so I know if I just leave my phone, walk half a mile there, I got to walk back because I don't even have a phone for anybody to call. And so by then I've calmed myself, and then I'm ready to go into whatever the next phase of what we got to do. Because as you are doing this creative adventure, you're going to find out there's going to be times when you have a giant, party, and then there's going to be times when it gets canceled and it makes you sad. And that does not mean anything. It's part of the business. I was talking to Tammy earlier today, and we were talking about how much success she's had. And even her, doing this for several years, she was talking about, you're going to have canceled parties. It's part of it. I'm going to use some gold now. You're going to have some canceled parties. It's part of it. And once you stop and think, okay, it's not personal, it's business, you take all of that, what is the word for it? You take all of that, like, personal, remember, we've talked about the fear of rejection a couple of days ago. When you realize that, okay, you're going to have parties that cancel and it's part of it, you take away that personal part of, oh, it's me, they don't like me. It's not. It's just business. It's seriously just business. I've had parties of 2 people all the way up to almost 200 people. So I've had online thousands of people. And so I've had parties, I've taught for over 16 years, and there have been parties that have canceled in the past year. It doesn't mean, oh, I give up, I can't teach a paint party ever again. No, it's business. Sometimes you have a slow month, and that's totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to grab a little bit of black, and I'm just going to make this like a thin line, and I'm just going to draw in kind of my palette lines. So if you're a little nervous to do this part, you can just kind of watch your lines a little bit more. I'm just kind of eyeballing it where it goes. And then right here, we're just going to put a little bit of a black line to make it look like the pumpkin has something to sit on. And then right behind it is just a table line. Like that, okay? So we have just that little part. Now we're going to paint the pumpkins. Let's see, we have Gloria says, I like to always remember to give him the glory too. Oh, I love that. Terry says, I love to talk to God and give much, to give him back praise as he has so much as he deserves. Yes, for sure. Yeah, and I know like sometimes we just want to hold on to everything. We just want to do it all ourselves. I'm going to use a little bit of blue, but almost all white. And this is where I'm going to fill in my pumpkins, okay? So I'm going to start right here. And just kind of fill in. And I'm going to grab this white. And as I grab the white, it starts to blend this blue for our blue pumpkin. It's kind of like a bluish, like a light blue. And if you get too much blue and you don't want that much, just keep going back to the white. And, you know, I don't know if it was, no, it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I learned about how, like, to think about, like, taking something that you want, taking massive action, but also giving yourself grace with it. Because here's the thing, like, when you're doing something that is new, that's the part where people just forget. They forget that it takes time to learn. And so what I want you to remember is you're doing something new to give yourself grace, okay? And it just made me so happy to see those messages today of people booking their parties and then freaking out because I knew it would work for you. And I was like, if you just get that courage for just a couple of seconds and have that courage and book the party, you're going to see it happen. And then you're booking the party and you're taking massive action even though you're scared. And that just makes me so, so happy. Let's see. Oh yeah, Lucy, for sure. The scraping of the canvas is one of my favorite parts. And I think your customers too are going to love that. All right, let's go ahead and give another gift card. Oh yeah, great. Thank you, Brendan. Okay, so gift card giveaway time. If you want to go ahead and put what has been your favorite part already of this whole fall ball, I'm going to pick 2 of you. I'm going to give you a minute because I know you might want to type something out. But say what has been your favorite part so far of this fall ball. And then I'm going to pick 2 of you to give a gift card to. And I actually put some, I said actually really weird. I don't know how I was saying that. It's like the mix of maybe over coffee. Maybe I've had too much coffee today. But if you accidentally did what I did and you put blue, too much blue, just go over it with white. See how it covers? And we're going to do the same thing with this right here. Oh, they're coming in hot and heavy now. Denise says, making new friends, watching and learning from my BFFs. Susie says, I love that. Let's see. Liz says, your enthusiasm. Thank you, Liz. Gloria said, oh, Gloria, you went away. I was trying to read it. Let's see. We have meeting new potential members to fellowship and network with. That's awesome, Cassie. Richard says, having loved the success story interview. So inspiring, motivated. Richard, I would love to interview you too. I know you are in the UK and it's like different time zones and all of that. But your story is really interesting. So I would love, if it's okay with you, I would love to interview you. That would be awesome. And Patty says, I have finally decided to start my paint party business. Oh, good job. And in 4th quarter. This is like the best time ever to start. Daphne says, everything. I feel like I am in the best club ever. Oh, I love that. A while back, I did a TikTok that said, we should get matching jackets. And I thought it was so fun. Because I was like, oh my gosh, we should. Enjoying the task and seeing everyone's progress. Rhonda, that's a great one. And y'all doing your homework. I mean, you came to win, right? Like you came to win and I appreciate that. Teresa says, learning that doing a paint party business is really a possibility. Oh, Teresa Mace, you're the first winner. Teresa Mace, you're all winners, but Teresa, you're going to get a gift card. So if you want to email support at TexasArtandSoul.com, we will give you a gift card. So Teresa Mace, very cool. I love that. Let's see, let's pick one more real quick, and then I want to share something else with y'all. Knowing I could catch you live earlier or later in the day, thank you for that flexibility. You're very welcome. We actually could have just taken the morning one and posted it again, but I love the energy. I don't know if you do or not, but I just love the energy of being here live with you, because I know that like, you're spending time watching this right now. And I know a lot of you are having to watch the replay, and that is totally great. Thank goodness for replays. I mean, there was a time, and especially even, in TikTok world right now, they may have changed it. I think they changed it now, but you go live, and even on Instagram, you go live and then it's gone. Like it's totally gone. So, So I know that some of y'all could just watch the replay, but I wanted to be available to be like real time here with you. So I know it's taken, I know my team's in the background. Thank you so much to the wonderful team of Texas Art and Soul and Paint Party headquarters and just being there for support. But I wanted to be here real time with you because we do this fall ball once a year. And when we do things, we don't halfway do them. We do them right. Like we want to have fun and do them right. So you are very welcome, Zena. Let's see. Becky says learning techniques and exploring colors. Kathy says favorite part is the energy you present. Oh, you're very welcome. That's so cool. Samantha says, I feel like I'm reconnecting with old friends. Isn't that so cool how you can make friends online like this? Love this. Oh my gosh, so many. Lisa, your energy, the fellowship with my new BFFs, and all the calming and painting creates for me. I already had a baby wipe emergency. I love that. So cool. And listening to your stories. Oh, thank you, Melissa. So Melissa Cornelius, I hope I said that right. You'll be the second winner right now. So go ahead, Melissa, if you will, let me write this on here so I don't forget. If you will please send your full address to support@texasartandsoul.com and we will get you a gift card. Okay, so y'all, look, I made a big mistake. I forgot the dark blue right here. So I'm going to rinse my brush and add it in because it's not that big of a deal to have that dark blue on there. Oh my gosh, I have to go back and read all these. These are amazing. Pat says, I had a baby wipe emergency this morning. Glenda says, I love the 2 times daily and it is keeping energy up and I'm learning again what I have known but forgot. Yes, some of y'all are watching this both times. And so you know how like sometimes when you're learning anything, sometimes it's just repetition. It's having to do something a couple times or hear it a couple of ways. And that's going to make you remember it. So I ended up forgetting my blue, so I just added it. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, that's good. Kathy says the added black lines really changed mine. Good, yeah, it should kind of give it some structure now. I'm gonna go in with some gold and bronze and just kind of fill in these stems. And I wanted to let y'all know, I know a ton of you, by the way, thank you, and thank you for trusting me. A ton of you are joining Paint Party headquarters. We added a bonus. So if you end up joining before tomorrow night at midnight, you're going to get to be a part of the 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. rapid fire Q&A Zoom call. So if you join before midnight and you're like, oh, I got to work then, I can't be there, but I want to hear it. We will record it and then send it out to everybody who joined by midnight tomorrow night. And then that's going to give you a chance to meet with me via Zoom. I know I've been trying to answer questions as fast as I can, but that'll give you a whole hour. I'm just going to, as fast as I can, get you on the right track. And then for those of y'all that are like, this Paint Party headquarters thing sounds interesting, but what the heck is it and what does it even mean? We posted a video today. It's 17 minutes and it's honestly our video that's inside of Paint Party headquarters that tells you where to get the good stuff fast. We posted that video because it's really beautifully edited by our team and Brendan did a great job on it. And that video shows you where to get the good stuff fast. So if you're like, hey, I just booked 2 parties and I'm freaking out, well, guess what? We're going to show you how you can go in and grab my images. Here's the cool thing about paint parties. You literally, I know, right? Zoom bright and early. I know I'm usually not up at 9. Or if I am up, I'm on my back porch with my coffee. So it is early. So now, oh, and Deborah says, starting over, I painted the whole thing blue. Now I can't see my lines. Okay, so anyone who has had like a start over, if you haven't seen my orange painting yet, you will see that I literally put an X through it and start like baby wipe emergency for real, like for real. So remember y'all, it's okay. Take a deep breath. We're going to have moments when our paintings don't turn out exactly. So just take a deep breath. I promise it's going to be okay. That's why I love painting so much, because I can make so many mistakes and it's okay. It just, look, there's a mistake there. I'm just going to kind of go over it. Cover it. So this is just black paint. You're getting me up at 7. That's early for you. Rhonda says, if we want to purchase Zoom to be able to set up a meeting, which one should we purchase? If you want to do like if you want to do like an hour session, is that what you're saying? Or the Zoom for Paint Party Headquarters? So when you purchase Paint Party Headquarters, you can get it for 3 months free if you commit to a year, okay? Or you can do month to month and then you could cancel at any time. If you commit to a year, you do commit to a year because you're getting that 3 months free. What I like to say is try to like just commit yourself while you're learning and excited, because what happens is we start something, then we get discouraged, and then we're like, oh, y'all, it takes time. It takes time we can't compare somebody's chapter 10 to our chapter 1. And then if you sign up before midnight, you'll get the Q&A, which is on Friday. Now, there is an offer if you do purchase Paint Party Headquarters for some of y'all that just want time with me to go, hey, can I do, what should I do? I need help, all of that. That is $400 an hour. And I know that is very expensive, but I have such limited time now. So that is, I know for only a very few people that want that extra time, that is an option, but I really don't like advertise that very much because it's just, I don't have as much time. I only have enough time to do a couple of those a month anyway. So the Zoom call will be a group Zoom call. So don't worry, that one is a part of you paying the $47 a month. So if you saw that and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to pay that, you don't need to pay that. That's only if somebody's like really wanting just my one-on-one time to only talk about their business and really need that fast forward track. So again, like I said, we just offered that because we have people that ask, and my time is so limited that I can only do a few of those. Hey Pam, she says, hey Sweet Teach. Rhonda said it would be great way to communicate with your clients to go over the party schedule. Oh, fun. Let's see. Do you make the magic script work for brick and mortar? Oh, does the magic script work for brick and mortar? So the brick and mortar, so I teach mainly mobile style. However, my social media and my marketing is all for everything. It could be used for all of it. Oh, great. Thank you, Brendan. It could be used for all of it. So there's so much that you'll be able to do with that for that. Claudine says, I already paid the $27 extra for the bonus library. Am I allowed to teach the fall paintings? So part of Paint Party Headquarters is getting access to teach all of my designs. Now, because you're a part of the fall ball, I don't mind if you use these paintings to teach your first painting. But if you do that and you decide, I want to teach more of Heidi's paintings, please be a part of Paint Party Headquarters. Then you have access to all my paintings. And you will see that 1 to 2 parties will pay for an entire year. So you'll have access to every single thing that we have inside of Paint Party Headquarters. Okay, so I am going to add a little bit of white, and then we are moving on to me teaching you. I just want to add a little bit more white to this part right here. Then we're going to move on to me teaching you how to handle a crowd of any size. Okay, who in here is a little nervous about the public speaking portion of this? Okay, who in here is nervous about that part? And I wanted to share with you, if you don't get my text yet, this is very important, okay? This is when I announce really, really cool stuff and share really cool stuff. I'm going to be sharing something in about 2.5 to 3 weeks that is amazing, and you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you screenshot this and text, hey BFF. Just text like you're texting your BFF. Hey BFF, and then that way you will get notified anytime I'm live or announcing something really big that's happening. So you can screenshot this. I'll leave this up for just a second longer while I take a drink of my coffee. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, so we are going to leave this alone because we're going to finish it tomorrow. And now we're going to switch to the business part. Who's ready to talk business? I'm so excited to teach you this. Okay, let's get that out of the way. I want you to get out a piece of paper. Okay, yesterday, again, we went over scripts. We went over where to actually book our parties. The day before, we went over our paint party calculator. We went over so many things. Today, what we're going to be going through is how to handle a crowd of any size. So I want to talk to you really quick about, I know that did go fast. Let's see, that's one of the things I love about what Heidi offers is the marketing instructions supply list and that she puts in her files. Thank you, Heidi, you're awesome. Oh, you're very, very welcome. Okay, so we're going to talk real quick about how to handle a crowd of any size. So the reason this happened is because I was a teacher for 10 years. I would have kindergartners that, okay, so I taught everything from kinder to seniors, okay? Everything in between. My second year of teaching, I was given 850 students a week. I was being paid $22,000 a year to teach 850 students a week. They would bump these classes. They would put like a class and a half together for these kindergarten groups. And so I'd have like 40 kindergartners at once. It was madness. And this was my second year teaching. I did not know how to control a crowd. So let me know if this is something that you're a little fearful of. I used to be so scared of public speaking that my first speech, I actually in college, I did a public speaking class and I was traumatized. So I made a giant Jack-in-the-Box head out of one of those giant balloons. I dressed up in a suit. I brought a briefcase and I did an entire informative speech on Jack-in-the-Box restaurants dressed up as Jack-in-the-Box so my face would be covered because I knew I was red and sweaty. So if anybody gets that armpit sweat when they're going to speak, that is me. That was me. I was so terrified. So I remember this little girl being in my class and she went like this. And as I was trying to get her attention, she was starting to chop her beautiful curls off. And I thought, oh my gosh, I got to figure out how to get a control of these. It's like herding cats. I could not figure out how to control these little kindergartners. And so I started watching this teacher. Out of all the teachers in the school, she would bring her beautiful class to me so calm and so sweet. And I thought, what is she doing? What is she doing that I'm not doing? Because when you find somebody doing something you want to do, you mimic them, you listen to them, you watch what they do, you follow, you learn, you grow. Okay, so I went from a very frazzled, unsure person how to teach, how to control, to now that I could not figure, now I can control a crowd of any size, any age, any size. So I went to her and I said, hey, what are you doing? I am struggling. I got kindergartners cutting their hair. What can I do to do this? So I said, can I please shadow you? And she said, yes. So I followed her to her classroom on my little teacher break or whatever. Not a break. It's when we do all our lessons. Ooh, did you hear that thunder? The thunder. So I followed her and I noticed she had all of them sit down and she told them the expectations. Then she would go do something else and then she would set them back down and she would tell them the expectations again. In a 45-minute period of time, she had said it twice. And I said, wait a minute, why are you always retelling them the expectations? And she said, well, they're 5, they forget. So we have to kind of tell them and remind them. So anytime we move to another activity, I reset it. And I say, okay, here's what to expect. Okay. And so I was like, okay, how can I do that in more of a fun way, in a creative way, because we're creatives. And so I ended up going into this little thing. So I'm actually going to act it out for you, okay? Excuse my socks. I'm wearing socks, so just, ignore those. All right, so I'm going to pretend like you are in my paint party class, okay? So everybody, well, you are in my paint party class, but I'm going to pretend you're in a big group. This works for grown adults as well as 5-year-old kids, okay? So here's what I do. And you're going to be challenged to do this as well. So I want you to listen to how I do this because I'm going to be challenging you as part of your homework if you want to do this as a live. So I'm going to show you exactly what I do, and then I'm going to tell you the instructions for your homework. So before you get all sweaty and freaked out, there is an option where you can take a picture, okay? So don't totally freak out. Okay, let me know if you're with me because I know the comments have stopped, so I want to make sure you're still with me. I see people are on, but just put, yes, I'm ready. And then here's what we're going to show. Oh, yeah, for sure, Rhonda. For sure. Okay, so let me know you're with me, either with hearts or comments, so I know you're listening. And then we're going to start. Perfect. Okay, good. Okay. All right, so here's how I start all my paint parties. Hey, my name is Heidi Easley, and I am so excited that you came to paint with me. I want you to take a deep breath, but here is the thing. I am a very forgetful artist, okay? Very forgetful. So what I want to do is I want to share with you something really quick, just in case I forget something, that anytime we are here together in the next 2 hours, that you can stop and I can remember what it is, because I'm going to teach you this, but like I said, I may forget something and I'll need to get your attention. So here's what I want you to do. Okay, so raise your hand if you have seen the Elvis movie, okay? Have you seen the Elvis movie? If you have, I want you to tell your neighbor if you liked it or if you didn't like it. And then when you hear me say the word freeze, no matter what is happening, I want you to stop, freeze, look at me. Now, if it's kids, I might say you can stick your tongue out at me. You can make a silly face. You can do this. You can do ninja. Like, I don't care. Just freeze. So then I'll say, okay, everybody tell your neighbor if you liked Elvis. This is for adults, of course. Okay, ready? Go. And so I walk around. I'm like, oh, did you like Elvis? Did you watch it? Oh, my gosh. Could you? Oh, I can't believe it. Blah, blah, blah. And then I go, okay, everybody, freeze. Oh, man. We still had people over there in the back corner talking. Y'all, I am telling you, I am a forgetful artist. And sometimes you're going to wish that you had heard me say freeze so that you don't miss out on this part. So let's try again. Okay, so let me know, everybody in the crowd, who has seen Top Gun? Awesome. Yep, everybody, because millions and millions of people have. Now, not only have you seen Top Gun, but did you watch the one from 30 years ago? And another thing I want you to tell your neighbor, did you not only watch the one from 30 years ago, but did you watch it right before you went to the theater to watch the new one like my family did? I want you to tell your neighbor if you liked it on the count of 3. Ready, set, go, and listen for freeze. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Did you see Top Gun? Oh my gosh, it was crazy, right? So crazy. Did you see it? I couldn't believe it. It was so awesome. At the end, oh, I'm not going to spoil it for you in case you, but I know you saw it. Everybody saw it. All right, everybody, freeze. Man, we almost had it. Everybody, just right back there in the corner. Everybody else was frozen, but y'all, we got to try this one more time. I know we can do it. I know we can. Okay, everybody take a deep breath. I know we can do this. I want you to tell your neighbor one compliment about the outfit that they're wearing right now, and then be ready to listen for freeze. Ready, set, go. I love your earrings. They're so pretty. I love them. Where'd you get them? Oh, the buckle? Oh, I'm definitely going there. Gotta go. All right, everybody, freeze. Yes, we did it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Then I get real quiet and I go, you did it. I am so proud of you. Now we can continue, because during the night tonight, there's going to be times when you need glitter at a certain station, or there might be snow techs coming out, and I need your attention. And I want to make sure that you have the best experience possible, because I'm not going to be up here talking the whole time. We're going to crank up the music and have a blast. So I want to make sure that you get what you need when you need it. The reason I started doing this is because I have been to, and let me know in the comments, have you been to those events where there's like 5 or 6 people in the corner yapping away? There's somebody speaking on a stage and you cannot concentrate because all you hear is that little small section that's yapping, right? And they think they're being quiet, but they're never, ever being quiet, ever. And so what happens is you are sitting here, and if you can't control a crowd, it doesn't look bad on the people talking. It always looks bad on the speaker. And what I want for you is to develop your speaking skills. This isn't something that you're going to spend 20 minutes doing in the front of the class or at the front of your paint party. What I can tell you is, oh my gosh, when I teach birthday parties and I can control a group of 20, 30, 40, 75 kids, which I have had at one time, and I can get them quiet like that because I took 3 to 5 minutes at the beginning to do this, it is amazing. You impress the parents, you impress the people watching, and they want you back because they don't have a group of 75 kids going bananas. You know how to get their attention and get it fast. Just like it works for kids, you need this for adults too. But I do want to caution you, if you have a party of 4, don't do this spill. You do not need this for a party of 4, okay? You need to read the room. Some rooms are already silent, and you're going to crank up the great music, and you're going to have a great time, and welcome the silence. You know, used to, I was scared of the silence of, oh my gosh, they're painting and nobody's talking. They must not be having fun. Think about when you paint, and think about sometimes when you're like in your thoughts and you're just drinking your good old cup of coffee and you're listening to the rain outside and it's literally your time to exhale. Sometimes it's okay to have that silence. Have some great music playing and appreciate it. Don't bring attention to it. Just enjoy it, okay? Because they are enjoying it. I used to go, oh my gosh, you know, everybody's got to be talking at every moment. No, they don't. They don't have to. So appreciate that. I have a group that I teach every single year. They hire me every Christmas for their parties. And they are more of a quieter bunch. And they like it that way. So I always have great music, and I respect the fact that they're a little bit quieter, and it's totally okay. Then I have groups that are rowdy, and I'm rowdy with them. Like, let's do it, right? So let's respect that and just enjoy that, because each party's going to have its own vibe. Each party's going to have its own thing. So here is your homework. Sherry says, yes, those yappers are the first to complain about something they missed because they didn't hear what it was discussed. Exactly. They're like, oh yeah. But again, too, you know, the yappers are probably having a lot of fun too. And I'm a 7. If you know anything about Enneagram, if you've ever done that quiz to take your personality test, I am definitely a 7. I like variety. I like to be excited and hopeful about new things. All of those things. But yeah, teachers are the worst. And I can say that because I'm a teacher. So I'm one of those that was in the table while the principal's trying to talk, going, oh my gosh, did you see what happened? Like, I'm the worst. I'm the worst offense. That's why I know you've got to be able to do this stuff. But what I wanted to say real quick is that, and I'm about to say your homework. We're about to finish. Actually, we're going to finish a little early today. Oh, so proud of us. So proud of us. Because tomorrow is our last day of the fall ball. We're going to finish Autumn Blue. But what I wanted to share with you for your homework, okay? So paint the first half of Autumn Blue. I know some of y'all are going ahead, and I am loving it. Loving it. It's totally fine. I want you to choose. Either go live and share what question you would ask, okay? Not only is this going to help you, and I know you're getting sweaty armpits right now. It's totally fine, totally fine. Not only is it going to help you go live and help with your own public speaking, but it's going to give me, as well as hundreds of other people, ideas of what questions we can ask, okay? So I wrote it out here. Question I would ask, do you own more than 5 kinds of glitter? This girl does. Every glitter. I own every glitter. It's a hot topic. My husband, we are a house divided. My husband hates glitter, and I love glitter. Pixie loves glitter. Oh my gosh. Well, her name's Pixie. How could she not love glitter? So here's the thing. So either go live and just say, hey, Here's the question I would ask. I saw somebody earlier, she said, would you like the beach or the mountains? And I love that question because that's people are either beach or mountains. I'm actually both in a weird way. More beach than mountains. See, you're really more one way or the other. Colleen, I love that. I don't want this to end. This flew by so fast. And so oh my gosh, Lisa, that is awesome. She says, I found glitter on my sheets last night. I know sometimes I go to bed and I haven't fully rinsed my hands, and then I wake up and I'm like, why is there paint on my sheets? There's paint everywhere. So you can either be brave and do a quick little 30-second live and say, hey, based on day 3, my question for the audience is blah, blah, blah. And then it's going to give everybody ideas and we can cheer you on. Or you can write your question down, do a selfie, and post it, okay? Then I want you to set your alarm for either 11 a.m. or 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then also I want you to comment on 3 other people, okay? 3 other people's posts. If you post something in the group, comment on at least 3 other people so that we can keep this kindness going and making everybody just feel appreciated and seen and loved. That's what we're all about here. And Molly says, I love the idea to say freeze at the beginning. I have a pet peeve when people are at paid events and they don't be quiet and they keep saying, I am behind. I missed that. Can you repeat that? Thank you for the tip. You're very, very, very welcome. Yes, if you have armpit sweat thinking about doing the live, you can always just do the selfie, okay? But I challenge you even with your armpit sweat to do the live and ask the question. It's going to help you. Also, that leads us to tomorrow when I'm going to teach you about Reels. R-E-E-L-S, Reels, y'all. Reels grows your pages on your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, all of those. And I know some of y'all are freaking out about some of the social media parts of this, but it actually isn't too bad. And it can bring so many opportunities to you. So again, before we wrap up tonight, I just want to say, I hope you are having a blast. I am having so much fun with you this week. I just saw where somebody said, I don't want it to end. Colleen said that. Y'all, tomorrow is the last day, and then we're going to announce all of the winners on Tuesday. But here's the thing. If you are loving this and you know this is where you're meant to be. This is our big fall opening for Paint Party headquarters. We kick it off with a big fall ball and then our big fall opening for Paint Party headquarters. So if you want to be a part of that, it doesn't have to end. You can hang out with me every month. So we have so much coolness in there. You can check it out. We posted a video earlier today that says where to find the good stuff inside of Paint Party headquarters. It's actually a 17-minute video that we have in Paint Party headquarters, but you can check it out and it'll tell you what it's all about. So if you're interested in learning more, we would love to help you more. Again, no pressure. If you're like, I have had fun and tomorrow sounds great too, but I don't want to do this. No. It's okay. But some of y'all are literally booking parties now. Let's kick some butt and let's get this 4th quarter going. So I'm excited. And the deadline to post the paintings is actually Tuesday at 10 a.m. because I will be announcing winners at 11 a.m. Central. So make sure, I would rather you have them post them by Monday so you have all weekend to do them. Again, we're going to be giving away tons of prizes all the way up to $100 to $150 worth of stuff for people who, you don't even have to have the best painting on one of those big prizes. It's about getting all the checklists done and everything is in the featured. So I hope you love this. I hope you had a great time and I'll see all of y'all tomorrow morning. All right, bye. Do your homework. Do your homework.